internet-enabled device. And this internet-enabled device will help you to access this particular platform. And what we do there is that you go to your web browser on your mobile phone, on your laptop, as long as it is internet connected. And once you have this, you will be able to have access to this site by clicking on that site by typing www.format.ng. The format does not have R before M. And once you click on that particular site, it brings you to this page you are seeing. On this page, because you are a first timer, you have not registered on the platform before, what you need to click on is get started. But if you have registered on P2P before and you want to get to your page, you click on login. So for us this afternoon, we're going to be clicking on get started. And once you click on get started, it reveals this page to you. And with this page, you will see your participant type, you will see your business name, business site, year of incorporation, and all the information that is required of your business. Your business premises license, your local government of operation, all this needs to be provided. And once this is done, you click on next so that you can go to the next page where you put in the contact details of the administrator of this platform. And the contact of the administrator of this platform also includes the PCN Superior Pharmacist number. So which means your superior pharmacist for your business will need to be placed in this particular page. Now, let me go back a little. For you as a community pharmacist, you will see different users, several participants. If you are a retailer, you choose community pharmacist. If you are a distributor, you choose distributor. If you are a wholesaler, you choose wholesaler. If you are a manufacturer, you choose manufacturer. If you are an importer, you choose importer. That is how you will choose your participation type. And then you go to that page where you put your contact details. And then you go to the last page where you're going to provide your login information. Your login information is the access to your platform, to your particular account on P2P. And that means your email address, your password, and you also confirm your password. And once that is done, you click on create account. And once you click on create account, it helps you to create an account for your premises. And a verification mail will be going to your personal email address, which you have used to create this login information. You go to that particular email and it will ask you to confirm that email. And if you confirm that email, it will now bring you to your own business environment. But if you're on this page and you are not able to create the account, maybe it's showing some errors, just look at the error it's showing you, read it, and you can click on previous to go back to where that error is, and you can go and amend the error that has been identified. And you click on next, go to the last page for you to be able to click on create account, and your account will be created successfully. Once your account has been created successfully, it will take you to a page. I'm going to be coming to my own page now for how you will see your account once it is created. So I'm going to be logging in with to my own page because I have an account on the page. I'm going to be logging in and I can put my details. I log in and it will bring me to my business environment. So if you have logged in properly, if you have registered properly on P2P, this is what you're going to be seeing on your page. And that means you have successfully onboarded P2P application. Let me also mention at this junction that P2P also have an opportunity for you to download the application so that you don't need to be going to the website each time you come to you want to enter your account. And for you to download the app, what you do is that look at this particular page. If you are using a laptop or it's computer desktop, this is how it's going to be showing on your page. But if you are using a mobile application and a mobile device, that is a mobile phone, a mobile tablet, what you see 3 broken lines as a short menu bars. Once you click on those three short menu bars, it will reveal all these 6 information. And what you do is just click on download app. And once you click on download app, it will download P2P mobile application on your system, even on your laptop, on your desktop. You will see it on your desktop. You will see the desktop application on your system. And that means you don't need to be going to the website each time you want to log in. Just click on that icon on your phone or on your desktop, and it will take you to the login page like this, and then you can provide your details and you click on login, and you have your account fully opened. So let me just take a few questions at this junction. So let me entertain a little question now. So if there's a question you want to ask, please kindly unmute and ask the question before we go to the next thing in our presentation this morning. Mr. Samuel, unmute your mic. You can ask question. The mic on your phone, unmute it.
Okay, I will mute it. I'm currently asking any question. If no questions, we'll proceed. I don't think there's a question now. You can proceed, Mrs.
Okay, thank you so much. So we are going to go straight away to the next item, which is after you have fully onboarded P2P and you have been welcomed to your own account, just like you are saying, it will tell you welcome so pharmacy, and then you'll be able to see so many things. What do you do with them? We're going to be taking you through now. So I'm going to be calling on pharmacy, Mr. Gbenga Ajadi. He's going to be taking us briefly on business setup. How do you set up your business operation in such a way that is able to respond to the way your business is configured? Where you need to ask for approval, where you need to be auto approval, where there's going to be auto response. What are those parameters you must set on your system so that each time you are transacting with anyone on this platform, you'll be able to know what to do. So Mr. Gbenga is going to be taking us on the setup. But before I go, for you to be on this system and to work effectively, there must be verification. So Mr. Gbenga will be talking to us on that. Thank you very much, Mr. Gbenga. You can take the stage now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ajibade, and good afternoon, everyone. I'll also be sharing my screen as I run you through the basic setup that needs to be done on P2P before you can have full access to all the benefits that P2P has to offer. So upon a successful onboarding on P2P, you'll be logging into the system after you have clicked on the verification mail sent to your email address. The system brings you straight into the application. But what you will notice is that apart from your name, there's a button here where you can see your unique ID. Every member or every participant on P2P has a unique ID, which he uses to do what we call partnership on this platform. That is, whenever you feel like having a partnership with a wholesaler, with a distributor, for you to gain access to some key benefits like probably credit facilities, credit note, and some other offers from them, you need to partner with them using your P2P code, which is always beside your name at the top of your screen. But basically, verification on P2P is done with a maximum period of 48 hours. That is, upon a successful onboarding on P2P, within 48 hours, your account will have been verified. But after verification, you also need to activate your account. And to activate your account, you always see this activate account button by your top left corner on your screen. So when you click on activate account, the system tells you to activate your account with a token of 1,000 Naira. Now for P2P doesn't run on an annual license. You don't have to pay monthly for using P2P, but you pay per transaction that you generate. And for transactions that you generate, the system use a wallet system. That is, if I'm activating my account with 1,000 Naira now, I'll be getting 1,000 worth of P2P units, which I can use in buying or purchasing my goods as the case may be. And also the system is also giving you 500 Naira worth of additional bonus of P2P wallet, which you can always use to purchase your item. It is very, very important for you to do activate account after verification. Every account that is not activated can't do business on P2P. So I'll click on, you click on this, I accept wallet funding, and click on add fund to wallet. And this displays our payment platform, which is basically a full integration with Paystack. So you have the 5 options to make payment for this 1,000 naira for your activation. You can either pay with your card, you can pay with your bank, you can pay using transfer, you can pay using USSD or Visa QR. So you can take any of these 5 options to make payment for your activation. And once the activation is done, you are fully ready to do business on P2P, and you'll be able to start enjoying all the benefits of P2P. So, for instance, if I try to do anything right now without my account being activated, the system wouldn't allow me to really do much. So, but for you, I'll now log in with somebody that has a full account so I can run you through the benefits immediately. All right, so I'm in with someone that has a registered account and he has fully activated his account. You can't see activate account here anymore because this account has been activated. And one of the other major things you will see at the top of your screen is the name of your business and your locations. Now, to observe properly, there is a mark sign in
Please,
one of
I
the
don't know if
locations.
you can. Hello, sir.
Come again, please.
You may have to take a
Can
3
hear you. Go
minutes
ahead.
recap because we were lost for about 3 minutes.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me just go back.
Yes, I said you may have to give us a recap for about 3 minutes because we were lost for about 3,
Okay.
4 minutes. Yes.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so let me just go back so you can see what I meant. I said on P2P, after verification, the next thing that needs to be done is activation of your account. And P2P runs on a
I
wallet
can't also
system
see
in
your
software.
screen.
You can't see my screen? Oh, let me share again, please. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen now? Hello? Can you see my screen now?
Yes, you can see it.
All right. All right. Thank you.
I mean, is it also projecting on your system?
Yes, it was, but somehow it just disappeared now.
I think what happened was that your the connection on the laptop went away. So what you just do, you can close the video, or your camera on your phone, so that it will not it won't be dragging the internet, so that you can use the laptop to be sharing to the people.
All right.
Thank you.
So upon a successful login into P2P, the next thing that you need to do, a verification will be done on your account within 48 hours, meaning that they will verify your premise license, your PCN, pharmacist PCN number will be verified before you can be fully verified on P2P. Then you need to activate your account on P2P because P2P doesn't run on an annual license. They don't run a monthly license, but you pay a token for every transaction that you do on P2P. For every purchase you do on P2P, and when I mean purchase, I'm not saying buying one item. You can decide to buy 50 items at a time, meaning a transaction. You can, it's going to be same charge. But you need to activate your account by clicking on the activate button, and the system displays this dialog right before you. That is, you activate your account with 1,000 naira, which will also automatically give you 1,000 worth of P2P units, which is being used for transaction on P2P. And in addition, you'll be getting 500 naira worth of P2P, meaning if I activate my account with 1,000 naira, in total, I'll be getting 1,500 P2P units for me to do business on P2P. So you click on I accept wallet funding and click on add fund to wallet, which automatically displays the dialog for you to be able to make the payment for the 1,000 naira. And it gives you the 5 different options. That is, you can pay with card, you can pay with bank, you can pay with transfer, you can pay with USSD, or pay with Visa QR. So whichever one is convenient for you to pay with, you can use any of these options. And this system has been fully integrated with Paystack. So your account details or whichever information you are putting in here is not kept with P2P, but is well secured, and it can be guaranteed that there won't be any breach into your account that you're using for this transaction. So once this is done, your system, you have full access into all the benefits that P2P has to offer. Let me quickly log in with a user that has activated his account, so I can run you through the basic setup for you to be able to buy and also control how you manage your business activity. So basically, you right here where you see your business name, you can notice that a business name was marked green and another location was marked X, meaning this location has not been verified. The system allows you to create multiple locations because I will believe so many stores or so many pharmaceutical companies or retails as multiple stores. So you can create all these multiple stores by creating locations. And how do I create locations? You come under business setup and you choose location. Click on the create button on location and put in all the necessary details. The premise license number is very, very important. The superintendent pharmacist for that location is highly important. Then you fill in all the basic details and you click on save. This automatically creates the location, just like you can see here. But this location that you can see, Quick Road Store, has not been verified, and that's why it's still showing the asterisk sign. So once the admin verifies the location, knowing fully well that the premise license is correct, knowing fully well that the superintendent pharmacist PCN number is correct, that location will be verified, and that location will be automatically activated. You don't need to start paying for activation again. The activation you are doing is once for your multiple store, but you'll be paying for transaction charge using your P2P wallet. So quickly, you can add users to locations as well. For every location you create, you can create levels of users that will be working or using P2P in those locations. When you come to user and you click on create, you will now put in the name of the user, the email address. Now, please, the email is very, very important. It must be a valid email of that user, because every user that you have on P2P doesn't need to onboard themselves on P2P. You are the one to create them, but they will get a notification in their valid email for them to be able to activate their account fully on P2P. So you put the person's email address here, and you choose the location you want to put it. You want that user to be working from. You select it and also put in the phone number. So we also have his co-admin. His co-admin, meaning every user you give this co-admin will have the ability to probably approve some documents. Now, we also have what we call check and balances on P2P, whereas you can have two levels of document being created. Somebody creates, somebody vets and approves. So if you want that kind of process where it's not everybody that creates that can approve document, it's not everybody that can see your prices, it's not every other user that can approve sensitive documents on your P2P, you can make them have co-admin. That is, whoever is having this co-admin can do virtually most of what you as a business owner can do on P2P. So let me quickly go to document settings. We have various documents that are being created on P2P. Mr. Jibadi will probably explain to us later on. We have two major ways of buying from P2P or placing order from P2P. It can either be through quote request or through order note. In using quote request or order note, or whichever documents you are going to be using across the system, you need to set your system in such a way that how will my system respond to all these activities. For instance, if I'm selecting quote request and in generating this document, the system, I don't want it to require approval. That is, once I create this document and I click on save, this document doesn't need somebody to approve it. It should automatically become valid on P2P and business begins on that document. So, and you can also say, okay, I want it to be requiring approval. You can just uncheck this button and say, okay, that means it requires approval. It doesn't require approval. And once you create it, it should go in as a valid document on P2P. And there are also documents here that requires responses, because on P2P, it's all about somebody creates and somebody responds. So there are instances where you create and the wholesaler responds to it. There are instances when the wholesaler creates an invoice and you need to respond with a payment. So you can also decide that in responding to maybe payment, for instance, you want it to be auto response, meaning that if you have enough balances with the wholesaler, or probably you have credit facility with them, or you have credit note with them, as much as you are meeting this criteria, once you buy or once you place an order to them and they send an invoice to you, you don't need to go to the system manually and start responding with a payment. The system can do auto response by allowing you to make payment using your credit note or your credit facility that you have with them as at that time. So you can also suspend activities on P2P for a particular document if you don't want to generate it anymore. Then you can, for products on P2P, every participant on P2P doesn't need to create products themselves. All they need to do is to harvest existing products on P2P. Now, on P2P, we have a full-blown online system, and also the one that it will be local. I think Mr. Gibade might probably explain indeed when it gets to that level. So you need to click on Add Account. And in adding account, you can select, you can filter and look for the particular product you want to be dealing with. And you can type in the product name here or any detail about the product, and the system brings it out for you. But you can also decide that, well, I want to buy filter using manufacturer. For instance, you want to buy products of maybe Gets, for instance. All you just need to do is to click on Get, and you'll see all its existing products on P2P. And if you want to be dealing with all these products, you can just click on this select all. But if not, if you want to be choosing the ones you want to be dealing with one by one, you can click on this positive mark, and you automatically add the products to yourself and click on save. So once it is done, meaning these are the products you want to be dealing with on P2P, and you can always use them to buy and also to retail. So partnership, I made mention earlier that your P2P code is very, very vital for you to be able to do partnership with wholesalers that you want to gain benefits of what they offer in terms of promotions, in terms of credit facilities, in terms of credit note being given to customers. You need to share your P2P code with such wholesaler. When the wholesaler pastes in your P2P code in this box, it will automatically bring out all your details here in all the remaining fields, and the other party can now click on save, requiring you to now say, okay, I accept this partnership. And for partnership on P2P, you can accept and can always decline. Or even for a period of time, you can say, okay, I don't want to partner with this person anymore, and you can cancel your partnership as the case may be. Lastly, I will run you through what pack unit conversion is. We believe as retailers, we buy in bulk, but we sell in piece. At times we buy in carton and we want to sell in packs, we want to sell in sachet, we want to sell in tabs. So you can convert the goods or the item you have bought in a carton to another smaller unit. That is, you can convert from carton to pack, you can convert from pack to sachet, and can convert from sachet to tab based on how you retail. And the system also keeps your balances in that format, telling you how many packs of paracetamol you have, how many carton, how many tabs, how many sachet you have at any given point in time. So these are the basic things you need to also understand about setting up P2P. And you can also come into edit profile to edit your details and put in some information probably you didn't put in while you are trying to onboard on P2P, like bank account details. You can put in all those details and every other information. So these are the basic things you need to set up on P2P before you can now start buying or making transactions on P2P. Mr. Jibade, I'm handing over back to you. Thank you very much, everybody. If there are questions, when we get to that point, we will take it and we'll respond accordingly. Thank you. Mr. Jibade, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gbenga, for that wonderful presentation. I will be taking us immediately to the next phase of this particular training, which is transaction. And
please, can you hold on? I'm having an issue with the screen before you continue.
Okay, no problem.
No problem. Thank you. Can you continue the presentation without the screen for a while I work on the screen? Because anybody, there's any other thing you can be telling me how.
Well, yes, okay, no problem. While we are waiting for the screen to be sorted out, I just want to make a quick recap on what Mr. Bengas has said. Basically, the system has to be set up. You need to be verified. So, which means your premises license must be attached to your registration. When you are doing it, there's a place for you to be uploaded. And then we also need the Supreme Pharmacist PCN number. And why are we doing this is because we are, as much as possible, concerned about the security of transaction. And we don't want to be dealing with people who may have character issues. And we don't have to deal with people with character issues on the platform. We don't have to deal with people with character issues. So we want to be sure that everybody on this platform are verifiable. And that is what we have done. And for us to be able to take advantage of this particular platform, whether you are a wholesaler, you are a retailer, there's a place for you. As a wholesaler, you will be able to have seamless interaction with community pharmacists who are the retailers. And you will also be able to receive payments once you put the payment details of your organization in the page where you're going to be editing your profile. You supply all those information, and that way you are sure that seamlessly you're able to connect with your retailers. And with all this, we are assuring that everybody on the platform is going to be having a seamless encounter. And we have the haulers also who are going to be helping in lifting product from manufacturer, from wholesalers, from distributors to the buyers. And that means every time you are buying on this platform, you have an opportunity of using our system verified suppliers, haulers. So all these are the things we want you to enjoy through this particular engagement we are making available to our members, to pharmacy environment through this particular platform. The next thing I would like to do is to start showing you how to do transaction, but I don't know if that screen has been restored. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Are you hearing me in the house? Yes, you
you
can hear. Okay, good. Well, maybe we'll just continue so that because time is really not on our side anymore. We have another training almost immediately after this one. So, yes, I can hear you very well. Yes. So, can you hear me so that I can continue?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So, what you do on your page, the first thing you will see apart from the business setup is transaction. And then when you look at that transaction, there are two major ways you can relate with your supplier. You can do what is called request for quotes, and you can also do by placing an order. And for a community pharmacist, your supplier on P2P are wholesalers and distributors. While for wholesalers on P2P, their suppliers are manufacturers and importers. So there is a kind of a partitioning that is there that will not make retailer to see manufacturer. And there is a partition there that will not make the manufacturer to see the community pharmacist or the retailer, except if they have what is called retail business accounts. And this retail business account, we don't get it open easily until we're able to verify and be sure that the right procedure is being done. So that is what it's all about this particular system. So for you as a retailer or community pharmacist here, you will be relating most of the time with wholesalers and distributors, and they are not limited to your locality. They are scattered around the country, so you can search for anything, you can buy from anybody. Now if you are using request for quotes to request for supply, what this does is that it helps you to be able to have as many as up to 10 suppliers to give a quotation for a particular request you are making. Which means with request for quote option, what you do is go to your system, you go and click create request for quotes, you put your information, the ordering location, that is the premises that is ordering. You may have several locations on your account, but you must specify which location is taking that ordering. And then if that particular location is where the product will be shipped to, your address of that location will be populated. However, if you are having a supply to do, maybe to an hospital, you can also use P2P to make that supply. And what you do with that is that you will use your ordering location as your premises that is ordering that product, but the ship to address will not be the address where the product will be delivered to when it is finally bought. So if it is an hospital that is buying from you, instead of the product being brought to your premises before you take it to the hospital, you can just put the name of the hospital, the address, the phone number, every information required for the person that is going to receive it. You put it to ship to address, and then you can now go to the next thing, which is order picked by. On P2P, there are three major methods that you can pick your supply, that is your order, when it is finally available. You can do it yourself. That means after the product has been fully done, you can go to the premises of the supplier to pick it yourself. So that is, you are clicking on self. If you want to use the hauler on the platform, you will click on hauler. And if the supplier has their own method of delivery, then you can click on supplier. For these three different methods of picking up, there are certain requirements here. If you click on sell to receive your goods from the supplier, the QR code which you are going to take to the supplier to pick your goods will be sent to you. So you can't change your mind to give it to an hauler when you have already picked self. Otherwise, when the hauler is going to pick that product, you may have to handle that manually, which means you have to send your QR code to that hauler to go and pick it for you. But it will not be through the P2P, because you have to do it external, outside of P2P. And why we are doing this is because we want to be sure that it's only one person that has the QR code to pick your stock. So it is the person that the QR code is sent to is the only one that has the power to pick the stock from the supplier. So which means if you lose that QR code, you may not be able to pick your stock from the supplier. If you choose an hauler, the hauler is the one that will receive the QR code. You, the owner of the product, you cannot see the QR code, so that the hauler takes responsibility for the collection of the products. And if it is the supplier that is going to supply the products, the supplier is the one that will see the QR code, and that is how it is done. So it guarantees the safety of your product once it has been paid for and it is ready for delivery. And if there's any remark you want to add to this particular supply, you just type in the remarks column what information you want to send out to the particular supplier. Then you can go right now, you can search for your product on the system by clicking on the name. For example, I want to buy Ciprotab. I can go to the system and type Ciprotab, and it will populate for me all the Ciprotab products on the platform, and I can choose from it, and I can put my quantity, the minimum quantity and the other quantity. The minimum quantity means is the minimum that the supplier should be able to supply you if they have it. So if you need 20, you can put other quantity 20, and minimum quantity you can put 15, which means if the supply has up to 15, it can still supply you that 15. And you put all the products in this particular place, and you keep on adding to carts. And once you are done, the products will go to the, once it's done, you now click, when you are done with all your shopping, then you go to continue to pick the supplier. But before then, you can also use manufacturer name to look for the product. For example, if it's a bond product you want to buy, you can just go to the system, click on the manufacturer, and then you can see all the manufacturer on the system. Once you look on the manufacturer, you can just scroll down and you can go look for bond chemical. Once you click on bond chemical, all bond chemical products on the platform will populate itself, and you can begin to take them out one by one. And you can select ABF cream, for example. I want to buy 30, and I'm minimum, which give me is 25. And I also add to quotes. And also on this particular page, you can also check the product image. Once you print your cursor to the product image, the real image of the product will come up, and you can see the image of all the products on the platform. So that is how it is done. And the next thing you just do is go to continue. Once you click on continue, your product will be populated in your carts. And at this level, you still have an opportunity to still edit the quantity. You can choose to increase the quantity. You can choose to reduce the quantity at this level. Maybe it's your staff that has done this and your system requires approval. You can, before the approval is done, you can also check all this quantity. And once that is done, what you do is that you go to the supplier. You now select the supplier. All the suppliers on the platform will be populated on your page. And that is, you have all the suppliers you have on the page, and you can choose from them. You can choose from any one of them. You can scroll to the next page. And once you click on the supplier, just click on the plus sign before the supplier, and the products will come to, with this, the request for quote will go to them. You can select as many as 10, 20 suppliers on this platform. And once you do that, the next thing is that we now go to save. I'm not going to save because I don't want to send this to them, because once they see it, they want to start responding to it. So once you come to this, you just click on continue, and you can submit here. Once you come to this page, you can click on submit. Immediately you click on submit, the quote request will go to all the suppliers that you have selected for this particular order, and they will respond to you. And once they respond to you, you can now continue to respond, and up to the point of payment, when they respond to you with a pro forma invoice, if the pro forma invoice is sent to you. And one thing I want to let you know that with this particular system of P2P, it has helped us to remove the problem of what is called pharmaceutical tourism. And what do I mean by pharmaceutical tourism is that you want some items for your premises, and you have sent your request to a particular supplier, and at the end of the day, they can only supply 20% of what you have sent to them. When you are going to request, when you are going to know, you have to go back and look for where to get the remaining 80%. But with P2P and the quote request opportunity, all your requirement is sent to all the suppliers at once, and each of them respond to what they have. So which means with P2P, there's tendency to have 100% of your stock immediately you use quote requests. And it also gives you the opportunity to also compare prices of which of them you want to respond to with the quantity. And you can also look at which one is farther away from you, and look at the business opportunity that you think existed between you and those suppliers. So at this level, at the quote request functionality, you can immediately get the request and pro forma invoice for all your product at once. And after that pro forma invoice has been received, you can now approve, and it will go to them as a full-fledged order, and they will generate for you an invoice. And that invoice, you will see where to pay. If you are using, if they put their bank account there, you can pay to their account. If you have a credit facility or credit note with them, you can use your credit note facility or your credit limit to also buy from them. And that is how it is done. So for you to use the order, which is another level of making procurement on P2P, for ordering in this particular way, you must have some suppliers you have already partnered with. And those are the people that you can buy from directly. And it is one-to-one. And for you to be able to buy from a supplier using this order platform, using this place order functionality, you must have partnered with them. When we were told earlier on our P2P number, and how do we partner? We have been told that we send the P2P number to our supplier, they will add it to their partnership column. And once it is approved, you will see it ourselves and we can approve it our end here. And we can also partner with them. If we get their P2P code, we can also put in the partnership column that has been provided in your business setup. And once that is done, and once it's approved at the other end, we can see them. For you to use order as a functionality, what you do, just come to product supplier. And once you click on product supplier, you will see all the supplier that you have already partnered with. And if you choose any one of them, for example, once you choose any one of them, you supply all your information. That is, which location do you want this supplier, do you want them to supply you from? Because the supplier can have several locations, you click on the location, and immediately you click on the location, all the products and the prices they have in that location on their system will come up. It will be populated like this. And what you do, you just click on each of them. You want to buy, maybe I want to buy Amatem 40 here, I want to buy 50. What do? I add to carts, and it will be added to my cart. And once I am done, I click on continue. And at the continue level, I can still edit my quantity, and I also provide the shipping instruction, which I want to make them to have, and so that they will know what other information I want to pass to them. And at the same time, also, you can also put the ship to address here, just like I mentioned earlier, that you can even use to make a supply to a third party. So you can also put your ship to address at this level. And once you click on submit, they will generate for you what is called an invoice note. And once an invoice note is generated for you, you will see how much you need to pay. And once that is done, you will look at the payment note, whether it has been approved. When it is approved, what is called a stock issue note to be generated for you. And you will, all this information you are going to be having a notification on your system. You'll be seeing a counter on your system on the bell, and it will be telling you you have 3, 4, 5 notifications. Once you click on those notifications, just click on the instruction on that notification. It will take you to the immediate document you need to respond to. Then that is how you go to stock issue. And once the stock issue is raised, it tells you that your product is now undergoing processing. And once your product has finished processing, the company will generate what is called delivery notes. Now, when the delivery note is generated, you will see that once your delivery note is generated, you will get a notification through an SMS that your product is ready for pickup. So, and at that point in time, you will see if you have selected self in your stock when you are picking the product. If you have selected self, let me just show you one of the information you might likely see. If you have selected self, what you will see is that a QR code will come to your stock issue immediately, and you just go to the stock issue to snap this QR code, take it to the supplier. If you have selected hauler, immediately you get the notification that your delivery is already done. That QR code will go to the hauler directly. And if it is going to be delivered by them, the QR code will go to the supplier directly, and they can move the goods and bring it to you. So that is what you see on this particular system. And immediately this delivery note is already done, and you get to their premises to pick up your products. There's what is called a pickup. Once they execute pickup, what it means is that they are going to use their scanner to scan the QR code you have with you on your phone or that you have printed out. And this is what you're going to take to the supplier. Immediately that particular pickup is done, the electronic quantity, the electronic delivery notes will immediately be sent to your system, bearing the quantity of the product, the names, the batch number, the expiry date. All of them would have been on your system. And what you do is that you go to a receipt note and you go and look for that delivery number, the other delivery document, that particular one. And once you come here, you just look at it and you select that delivery note number and you just click on submit. it will populate your local application, which you are using for your sales in your premises, with all the quantity of products that you have already procured. What this means is that it has taken away the burden. It has taken away the burden of having to add your product one by one onto your system. And that way, it has removed the burden of the manual addition of product to our local system, and also takes away the problem that may arise from posting errors. And those are the things you will see with this particular operation. And after that is done, you can start selling your products in your premises. However, if you have done that, it means end to end, you have been able to procure your product from the supplier, and the supplier is able to make the delivery to you. And that is how you can get your products available in your premises. Other functionalities on P2P is what is called receipt notes. I mean, what you call now is a broadcast. On the broadcast, you have an opportunity to request for any product. That is, you are doing product search. On product search, what you do is just put the name of the product you're looking for, put the description, and just post. Once you post, it will be populated and it will be streaming on the platform. And once it's streaming on the platform, you will see all the products that anybody that has the product can see it, and they can give you a call and they can make it available to you. Other thing that you can also do on this platform is that you can also do product offload, which means if you have some quantity of products in your inventory that's about expiring, you can just go to this system and do what is called product offload. Take the product, choose the product from your list of products in your system, and just click on select, just like I'm doing. Then you go to the dates, expiry date. You can select when is it expiring. It's expiring end of this month, July 31st. Then which quantity, the system will tell you what you have on your system, and you can also put how many quantity are you offloading, maybe 50, and you click on post. That way you can have this product published, and people that are interested can reach out to you by phone call, and you can get that product to them. One more thing I want to share with us on this system is that after you have already added products to your system from add products, from this page, where you have added products, you can actually give quantity to those products, and you can also put your price. And for you to do that, you go to balance adjustment in your transaction table. When you go to balance adjustment, you click on balance adjustment, and then you click on create. Once you click on create, what you do is that you now select what do you want to do. You want to do an opening balance because you want to start afresh. Just do stock updates. That's what you want to do. And then once you have done that, you come to product code, and then you can look for the products you want to add quantity to on the system. And immediately you can pick this one and say, I want to add quantity to it. Then the system will tell me what is the product pack. I choose by tens, and then I can now fix my order quantity, then my quantity at hand. How many do you have at hand? I have 50. I want to put the adjusted quantity on order. Have I requested for anyone on order? 0. What is the new reorder level? What quantity should you get to before I now place another order? I put 10. What is the quantity I should normally reorder? I put 50. And what is the unit price I'm selling this product in my premises? I put 700, and I can add this particular product to my list. And when I'm done, what I just do is that I can save this particular product. And once that is done, this particular product will be available for sale in my retail shop. Now, for every community pharmacist on P2P, there's also what is called a retail shop that we have created on this platform. And the retail shop is to help every community pharmacist to be able to sell their products directly to their customers. Go to the retail shop, and then you find out the product I just added now, MRBC Pro tablets, 10s. I put 700 there, and the 50 that's available is already there. And this is where I can make my sale to my customer. And each time this product is being sold from my retail shop, there's what is called the product will be intelligently be searching and be checking the product's reorder level. Once my product gets to the reorder level, the system will send me a notification, and it will populate it in my product reorder. So if you come to your application, click on product reorder, what you will see there, you will see the product that has entered reorder level, and the system will be populating it for you. And once that is being populated for you, what you do is that you just see that the product gets to this particular place, and you can now put the ship to address, put the delivery location where it's going to deliver. You can select how it's going to be selected, and you can also select suppliers at this level. So you can select how many suppliers you want them to make a quote request for this. And once you click on save, it goes to the supplier directly. That is how this product system also helps us to get all our products to ourselves. And that is what we do for what is called the reorder. Now, the next thing I want us to share here is that this conference is also an opportunity for every community pharmacist. And we are giving you opportunity to be able to buy online from every of the exhibitors. And for you to be part of this conference, what you just do on your menu on your P2P, once you have logged into your account, click on conference exhibitors. And when you click on conference exhibitors, it will tell you the conferences that are ongoing. For example, there's a demo account which we have created for this training, Demo Conference Exhibition 3, and it's starting from July 21st and ending on July 23rd. But the real conference we want to participate in is the 41 Annual Scientific Conference of ACPN, which is taking place from July 25th to July 29th. If you want to participate in any of this in this conference, what you do is that you click on the conference and you click on that particular eye symbol beside it, and it will tell you the date of the conference and where it's taking place, and you will see all the conference exhibitors. They are being populated on this system. So you see all the conference exhibitors that are going to be in the conference. So what you just do is that you just go to the place order. Once you click on place order, what you would see is you will see their product coming up. But because this conference is not live, you will not see any information there. So for you to use this particular one, let me use the demo conference. And the demo conference we are talking about is the one we are using for this training. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to click on demo conference, and I'm going to click on a supplier on this particular conference, Healthbridge, for example. And once I click on Healthbridge, all their products will be populated. Okay, these people too don't have, I mean, we have not put their product there. Let me check this other supplier. So let me look at this supplier. If he has his product there. Okay, this one also does not have a product at the conference. So this is where you will now look at all the products. Just like you have placed your order, you will pick all the products that you will need, and that is how you can get all your products. And then for information on P2P, we also have a place called documentation. And once you come to documentation, once you click on it, it will take you to the manual of P2P. And that means you can go through all whatever you need to know about P2P, and anything you want to know about anything, just click on the icon and it will open up all the information, just like onboarding, for example. Once I click on onboarding, it will open up to me all the information about onboarding, and I can see all I need to go through for the onboarding process on P2P. This is how this particular platform is operating, and it can be effective for every pharmacist using this particular system. So at this junction, I'd like to stop because it's like I'd like to stop at this junction for other people to be able to come up and take us through this particular training. Thank you very much. Mr. Gbenga.
Yes, sir.
I think they've dropped. So I just intentionally went through so that I can set the recording.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. So we can end the meeting now, right?